All right, welcome once again to another episode of Sports Therapy with FH Jr., where callers will have 2 minutes to rip, rant, kick some knowledge about all things NFL. A little bit about the show. Sports Therapy with FH Jr. is caller driven. We are about fun and yucks. Well, where callers will have 2 minutes, 2 minutes to call. One thing about Sports Therapy with FH Jr. We don't give a fat rat's butt about politics. We don't care what the Republicans are doing, nor do we care what the Democrats are doing. We don't discuss race relations, we don't discuss sexual orientations. All are welcome to participate. We are all about fun and yucks, and everything we do is centered around the NFL and the NFL only. Our sponsor is always Crown Royal, where we always drink Crown Royal responsibly. Yes, we do. Woo! Got that in. Now, the number is always 940-329-4110. I am rocking the new standard uniform, augmented by the cool beard, along with the NFL hat that represents the fact that I am neutral. Although I am a Commander fan, I am as neutral as Switzerland. And you can't get any more neutral than the country of Switzerland at all. Now, this is week number 3 in the NFL. And I'm going to be honest. And today I think I'm going to get back to what the concept of what this show is about. Although we laugh, we giggle, we poke fun at each other, we do all those good things. But this show is always about getting something off one's chest, whether it's a rip, a rant. If you just want to call in and kick knowledge or whatever, I got the cussing bell right here for those who kind of like go overboard. Someone asked me, well, FH, your show, is it for kids? No, this show is probably, if I had to put a rating on the show, I would say we are PG-13. We talk football talk, and it's just like being in the locker room. Every once in a while, we say stuff that probably would only be discussed in the locker room. Getting back to our format, I'm not gonna lie. I'm pissed. I'm disappointed, but I've had some time to think about the game, and there were a lot of games. Now let me tell you some teams that should not be some fans of some teams that should be pretty pissed off. Commanders. If you're a Commander fan, you should be pissed off of what we had today because this was a hot mess. If a hot mess had wheels, someone rolled in a hot mess today. Cowboys fans, Cowboys, please. So I expect to hear some Cowboy fans. If you don't call in, that's okay. I understand. You guys are probably in mourning. Ravens, you got nothing to hold your head about either, because hell, y'all took it in the shorty shorts just like we did. But I am going to start this show with a little rant myself. I got to talk about my beloved Commanders. Man, I am telling you, 4 interceptions. We got Gip can't hold on to the damn ball. We got Eric Bieniemy, you okay? But, brother, can you run the damn ball? Can you run the ball? We have some superstar running back. Now, although I don't know, can we trust Gibson Antonio? I don't know, can we trust him inside the, anything inside the 20? I wouldn't give it to him. Hell, I wouldn't. Hell, he can't hold on to the ball. But I still want to say I understand. I like what you're doing, but, man, come on. You have got to get back to the running game. We have a stud running back, and he's getting the ball. And you know what? I haven't even looked at the stats, but I guarantee you, my man Robinson probably didn't get the ball. Mr. Robinson didn't get the ball. I guarantee you he didn't have no more than 15 carries. It's like, dude, I understand your offense. We have weapons. I agree. I know that. But can you just stop throwing the ball all the time? Move my man Uncle Sam around. And you know what? I gotta say some of this rant for him too. Sam, stop holding on to the damn ball. Throw it away. And live to fight another damn day. It's like, come on, man. But this was probably the game that we needed to bring ourselves back down to earth. Um, you know, we were drinking the Kool-Aid, and we still are. Don't get me wrong. I will rip my team, but I am, I'm looking all crazy and stuff. But I will rip my team, but I will always be a Commander, Redskin football team. What the hell we call ourselves? I'm always a fan. But today was a hot mess. It was a hot mess. But sometimes when you play 17 games, you're going to have that one game that's going to be a stinker. So I'm hoping that this will be the stinker for us. But we got the high flying Eagles coming in, and you know what? I think we're gonna play the Eagles pretty well because we always match up well against the Eagles. They are a heavy run team, even though they have those two stud wide receivers, AJ Brown and my man Smith. But they are centered around running the quarterback, so we should be able to kind of get back to basics on that. Defense, you all didn't show up today either, so don't blame it all on the offense. Although, man, we had 4 interceptions, and this is what I always say: if you have more than 4 turnovers, there's pretty much a 90% chance that you're gonna lose that game, and I just believe it. That's my own stats that I probably made up. But that's what I believe. If you have more than 4, and God, man, did we have them. Sam throwing the ball, floating little lazy passes. That was one pass. I don't know what the hell he was doing. He's trying to throw the ball over a guy 6'6". Didn't even put anything on it. Just threw just a loaf of bread. Hell, it got picked off and dude ran in for a touchdown. It got to the point to where I had to fight myself not to just turn and watch something else, but because I have to watch all the games. So I was dialed in, but man, I was like, come on, Commanders, what we doing? Eric Bieniemy, run the damn ball. Run the ball. Run the ball. Please run the ball. Run the ball. Run the ball. Other team that should not be happy. If you're a Saint fan, you probably shouldn't be happy. You should be pissed off too. Y'all lost. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. That's how I feel.
Hello.
Sports therapy with F.A. Jr.
Who that?
Who that there? Jay. What's up, Jay?
What?
Jay, I don't know. Did you catch my rant today? Because I had to get back to basics. What I tell people, the gist of this show is where callers have 2 minutes to rip, rant, kick some knowledge. But I had to rip my own team. I'm ripping. Anybody, and I'll be honest, I watched your Saints and the way they lost that game. You know what? I'm going to get off my soapbox. You tell me about the Who That Nation.
I mean, it was a loss. Yeah, it wasn't pretty. We held on, but I mean, we could have did better at the end. So I mean, that's what I'm gonna say. I'm going to remain positive. I'm gonna leave that to you and everybody else.
You can leave it up to me to be ranting and whatever. Well, you know what? I'm gonna rant for you because Carr got injured today. And I was watching that game. As I tell my listeners, I go back and forth, and sometimes I get dialed in on some games. I was going back and forth between the Saints and the Commanders. Derek Carr got injured. We thought it was going to be something, or at least they thought it was going to be something minor, but word on the street is that he's going to be out for a couple of weeks. So my guess, and I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on TV. Hell, I just drink Dr. Pepper. But my thought is that it may be either a bruised clavicle, because I was hoping that it wasn't a separated shoulder. So if he's going to be out for a couple of weeks or a couple of games, that's me saying a couple of weeks. They said a couple of games. So that means we're drinking Jameson's.
Yeah. I mean, he was alright. I get to him, he was alright. And Carr, so, alright. Like I said, I'm gonna leave that up to you.
And I saw where you guys actually.
I just wanna watch the game.
I saw where you guys implemented what I call it the Swiss Army knife more into the offense.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. With the heels and half.
Yeah, I saw that, man. And there was one particular play. I think it was right in the third quarter. They would bring him in, and I like the way the Saints was rotating James in along with Jason Hill, which I think that was a good deal. I just think that I like the fact that they don't overexpose him because I don't think he should be you all's number one quarterback. But I think if they use him like the Saints use him or how they have been using him in the past, I think he's more of a weapon because you bring him in at tight end, you bring him in as quarterback, you line him up as a receiver, you line him up as a running back. Hell, he can probably sell popcorn or work the ticket gate. Yeah, because he can do everything, and you need that. That's good. But I think the final
Yes, yes,
score,
yes, yes.
I think the final score in that game was 18-17, something like that.
That's what got me. So, and that's why I'm not really renting. Because, I mean, hey, had we held on, I think we'd be talk about a different story. Singing a different tune over here. Singing like, yeah, we won by 1 point. So, I mean,
well,
instead of the other way around.
well,
No, not 1 point. We held on, so.
I got you. I got you.
But
And anytime you keep a team under 20 points, whether you win or lose, you can always say that your defense is playing well. Anytime that's happening, so you can't. I mean, y'all can't say your defense didn't show up because y'all did, but it was just one of those games, man. I'll be honest. I thought the Saints were going to hold on because you guys had to lead all throughout the game. And I thought y'all was going to hold on and just kind of like take it to the house, but it came down to the last 3 minutes. It was decided. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So, ay, 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 ay. Well, Jay, appreciate you calling. You don't have to rant because I think I did it for you. I did enough ranting about my team to just, you know. So let me
All
get a
right, I'll
big,
wait till next week.
yeah. Who y'all
When
playing?
we see the Buccaneers play. The
Ah,
Buccaneers.
yeah, Baker Mayfield, the Baker man,
That's
patty cake, as the
the
old folks
game
used
I
to
want to
say.
see right there.
Patty cake, Baker man. Are you gonna be ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right, Jay. We'll see you next week. Thanks for calling.
All right.
All right, that is Jay, famous Who Data. Who that there say they gonna beat them their Saints. Um, as I was talking to Jay, I was going back and forth on the game. Got a chance to watch a lot of the Saints. Um, I will tell you the Houston, the Texans looking pretty good. In fact, let me look at some scores. I always say, hey, let me check if we're gonna discuss some scores, and then all of a sudden, man, we just go in a crazy direction. So let's look at some scores, man. Of course, Saints took care. I mean, Green Bay took care of the Saints today. Um, my Commanders, boy, we got the crap beat out of us. But I want to talk about the Miami Dolphin. If you are a Dolphin fan, man, you should be just smiling and laughing and giggling, as they say. You should be giggling, not just laughing, because I haven't seen this in a long time where they put up a college football score. And when you get those college football games where you get like a Power Five playing maybe a MAC or HBCU team, and they just kind of like beat the living crap out of them. That's what happened today because Miami beat the living crap out of Denver, man. So I don't know what's going on in Denver with Wilson. Is that whole thing with Sean Payton gonna work out? I have no clue, but I know one thing. They got the crap beat out of them today by the Miami Dolphins with a final score of 70-20. 70-20. That's what was put on. And of course, we had a close game between the Vikings. Now, that game was kind of crazy toward the end. I think there was probably a box play like of a timeout or something between Kirk and whoever was, I'm assuming it was the offensive coordinator because they ended up losing that game 28. The Chargers took care of the Vikings 28-24, but it came down to just a bonehead play by the Vikings that I think cost them the game. Um, I really don't take too much stock in the Jets when the Jets lose because yeah, they have Wilson, but they don't have a quarterback. Now let's be honest, the Jets don't have a quarterback. Jets, and that's why I was trying to tell some of my Cowboy fan that hey man, until y'all play a team that's gonna push back or got a whole quarterback and got a whole system, don't be thumping your chest, man. Hold on, let me sports therapy with F.A. Jr.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's the Ravens extraordinaire, Brandon Cooper. How's it going?
What up, Brandon? What's up, brother? What say ye? I don't know. Did you?
Man,
I don't know. Did you listen to at the beginning when the show started? Man, I had to rip my team. I had to get back to basics, man, of what we do on the show. Because you know we rip, rant, kick knowledge, throw a punch, whatever, man. Even give advice because advice is free.
man, look, man. I'm finna get to ripping my Baltimore Ravens, man.
Man,
All
pull the
right, man.
Band-Aid
So
off, man.
here we go. So we start off the game real good. Lamar had another fumble, and here we go.
I
It's
saw it.
starting to turn into a thing.
I saw it made a touchdown too. Now,
exactly. But for as many plays as Lamar does wrong, he does equally as good. And that's the thing. I'm always ride with him.
I got you.
Now, the problem is when we had Greg Roman as the offensive coordinator, we ran the ball and it got too predictable.
Right.
Now I feel like we're throwing the ball too much and we just trying to get too cute with it. Like, man, in overtime, we should have went back to the basics and we should have ran the ball and keep running the ball till we got the first down. We got the best kicker in NFL history, then set it up from there. It's too predictable if all we're doing is trying to run slants and comeback routes. And then, of course, I believe it was a pass interference on Zay Flowers, but it was a tight game. You're not always going to get that call.
No, more
right?
likely you're not going to get that call.
But I just feel like our play calling down the stretch wasn't that good. I feel like Lamar should have ran the ball in a couple more occasions. But I just feel like now he's really on his mindset of trying to be a pocket passer, trying to prove him wrong too much. But, man, at times what makes you great is, man, you got to use your legs, man. I just feel like down the stretch defensively, we really need Marlon Humphreys back. And that's really going to help. Some miscommunications in the secondary. I felt that the Colts were able to establish their run game, so we really do need to clean that up as well on defense. All in all, we should not have lost to the Colts. Too many opportunities during that game for us to completely take over. But you know my motto, in sports, lose early and often. That way you know what you need to do.
Now the Colts rolled out a veteran quarterback today. Now, who's quarterbacking for the Colts? Because
it was a Minshew.
Yes.
Now Minshew is not a bad quarterback.
No.
On to the Colts. That whole thing with Richardson, his problem was, bro, you're just taking way too many hits.
Yep.
And ultimately, that's what got him in a position where he got that concussion.
Yep.
So, I mean, Gardner Minshew played a pretty good game. He's a pretty good game manager, you know. So I'm not mad at that at all.
I got you, man. And you know, getting back to what you were talking about, you know, they want, and I don't know if it's Lamar making that decision, his agent, or the team, somebody making a decision that, hey, man, and I do understand that as you get older, because Michael Vick had to make that transition too. As he got older, he had to learn to throw from the pocket. He had to fight that urge to go 1,001, 1,002, and I'm out of there. I don't know, man. I don't even know I don't have a solution. I'm like you. There are some times when you're like, hey, man, just use your legs. But I know they always want to avoid that one big hit that will put them out for the season.
And I think that's what's playing back in his mind. I just think that now that he has that money, I'm like, play it safe. But the thing is, what makes him great is that run threat. He just slices and dices defenses. and he keeps everybody on their toes, and then that is what opens up the passing game. That's what makes it hard to defend the Ravens. Is it's like, okay, damn, how do we spy Lamar? How do we keep him from running? In addition, okay, now we got to cover Andrews. We got to do X, Y,
Right.
Z.
And I think what and I'm on the outside looking in when it comes to the Raven, and that's why I'm more than happy to you know, refer to you as the expert on your team. But to me, it seems like tempo is what drives the Raven. You know, when they get into tempo where you don't know if Lamar gonna run, you don't know if he's gonna hit your boy Andrews, the tight end. Is he gonna spread it around? But it's almost like they're trying to get away from playing their style, who they are, and I don't know what long term is that the answer.
It's not going to be the answer long term. I mean, talent wise, we're going to win our division because ultimately we always got the Bengals number, and Joe Burrow is also going to be hurt the rest of the season. You know how those calf injuries go; they never get better.
No.
With the Browns, even though they signed Kareem Hunt, with Nick Chubb going out, that's pretty much their season as well. Even though they played a hell of a game today versus the Titans, Myles Garrett had 3.5 sacks. But also, when you look at the Steelers just don't have nothing this year. They're still in that experimental phase.
You're going to make my homeboy Glenn cry when he call in.
Man, I mean, when you look at the Steelers, it's like, what are they doing over there? Kenny Pickett's decent. You have a pretty good defense, but I mean, if your offense is getting 3 and outs and you're on the field for 80 plays.
There's some who don't think Kenny Pickett is decent. You know, there's some who say, "Hey, wait a minute."
He's better than Zach Wilson.
Yes, I will give him that. Yes, I will definitely give him that.
Zach Wilson is a starting quarterback in the NFL.
Yes,
and, whether people want to knock him or not.
Yes. Yeah, and it's almost like when I think about the Browns, is it time to look at that whole quarterback situation and say, you know what, maybe we overreached because maybe the Watson that we're getting is not the one that we thought we were getting in Houston.
Well, here's the thing, did you overreach on the contract, and did you pretty much ruin the NFL for the future as far as deals? Yes. Now, Watson had a pretty good game, 27 of 33, 289, 2 touchdowns. He's not a bad quarterback at all. But I would have been like, okay, let's at least wait till he plays a full 17-game season, and then let's reevaluate, right? You jumping the gun at that point was very odd, but it's the Cleveland Browns. That's why they're in the position they're in. And now you can't sign anybody. Nah. I mean, the only other bright spot you have is Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper went off today. He had a good game. But it's like, okay, you have to do running back by committee now. And I just feel you're relying too much on Myles Garrett to close the deal on the defensive side of the ball. Now, granted, the Tennessee Titans, because Ryan Tannehill is a pretty much one-dimensional quarterback, and their team is based off of Derrick Henry getting the ball
right
and just running over everybody, it's not a sustainable game plan, especially when your quarterback, at some point, defensive coordinators are going to put you in a position where your quarterback has to make throws.
And he's very limited. He's limited in his ability.
And that's why them signing DeAndre Hopkins, I was like, okay, I mean, Hopkins, if you're looking for the money, yeah, that makes sense.
Yes.
But you're not going to get 100 catches and over 1,000 yards, kind of playing in this defense, unless, unless they're planning on moving towards Will Levis,
right?
At the quarterback position. Other than that, I know the game plan for the Tennessee Titans every week for the past 6 years.
And thank you. They're going to come out and muscle you for 4 quarters. And and I mean, that's them. They're not going to, what you're going to get. You might as well bring a lunch and a hard hat they're gonna come out and muscle you for 4 quarters.
Yeah,
That's the Tennessee Titans. You know, it works, but it's like a one trick pony. You know, it just go up and down and it kicks. That's all you get for your quarter.
exactly.
It's a one trick pony, baby. Yeah.
Right. Right. So, man,
That's
I got a question, man. Man, how do you like what you're seeing out of C.J. Stroud, man, in the
Hey,
Texans?
look, man. I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm on the record with this, so I don't want anybody to say I'm a last minute bandwagoner. I have been on the record saying out of the top picks that he was the guy that I thought should have been the overall number one pick because number one, he has a bigger frame. His body is more built for the NFL, and to me, look like he was more NFL ready. He was more poised in the pocket. Maybe because of coming out the system at Ohio State may have better prepared him. And he's proven me to be what I thought he was going to be. I said, you know what? Um, he'll probably just kind of get off slowly. But I said by that fourth or fifth game, that guy, that brother's going to be ready. And I'm starting to see that.
I like it, man. He's letting it rip, and you know how Ohio State quarterbacks are.
Yes.
They're very iffy and they never really pan out. But
Nope.
I kind of like what they put around them. They got Damian Pierce, that's a pretty good run game.
Yep.
They got Schultz, good tight end. I like what they're doing with Tank Dell as well, the rookie from Houston.
Yep.
He's starting to get on page with them and everything. And on defense, man, they have a pretty good defense.
They are a
You know,
good young.
hey,
They
hey
are a
man,
good young team.
hey
Now,
man, they come on now. I
now,
would have I would have thought that Jacksonville was going to sweep that division this
oh,
year.
I did too,
You know what I mean?
man.
After what I saw last year.
I did too. I had Jacksonville as my dark horse team to go to the Super Bowl as a dark horse team. But now, if you compare CJ to Bryce, who do you think is a better quarterback right now? Because I truly believe that I think I think I think they set Bryce down because I could just see his teammates starting to say, "Hold on, this rookie isn't ready." This deal where okay, he's got a bad ankle. We're gonna set him down this week. He just not looked like he was ready for prime time at all. And I think because you played the game, man. If you got a rookie quarterback or a freshman quarterback, and you guys out there giving it all you got, and you losing some games that you think you should be winning, now in order for that coach to not lose that team, sometimes you got to set that rookie down and say, "Hey, look, I know you're now one draft pick, but it ain't happening."
Yeah, I mean, what I saw at the first couple of games is they tried to mix up what they were doing on offense. They really don't have a number one receiver. I am assuming Adam Thielen is that guy.
Right.
I was happy they brought in Hayden Hurst, a pretty good tight end. Miles Sanders is and Nick Chubb. Chubb and Hubbard are pretty decent. And out the backfield, they have a sneaky good defense, right?
Right.
I just think Bryce Young, it was a couple of those reads. It was like, okay, some of the reads aren't on time, and
But he looks
it's
he
kind
looks so jittery in the pocket, Brandon.
yeah, he did. And I think once again, you're coming from Alabama,
And they don't
you're
give
used to having the best talent around you,
and they don't give a damn about
right?
developing a quarterback.
Yeah,
Either you bring your
and
talent with
as
you.
we see, as we see with Alabama right now
Yes.
with Milroe, because I believe Milroe was a five-star quarterback. I believe Milroe can be a good quarterback. But
In
it's
in
Nick
a, in
Saban
another
going to
system
take
with
the time
somebody
to
else.
develop him.
Yes. In another
Yeah.
system with somebody else. Yep. I wholeheartedly agree.
I agree. I think Milroe would be a good quarterback because with Alabama, you see some flashes, right?
Yeah.
But the thing about Nick Saban is this is really the first quarterback he has to teach and develop into a good quarterback
And they
because
don't
because all the intangibles are there. But is Nick Saban going to do that?
and they don't and they don't. Now, how about them Cowboys?
Okay, see, this is the thing about the Cowboys. Those first two,
Hold,
those,
hold,
those
hold on,
first
hold on.
two
Let me declare my neutrality for all the Cowboy fans out there,
games.
and because like I tell people, the Cowboys are in the division with my Commanders. I am true to my team. I cheer for everybody in my division to lose. Giants, Eagles, Cowboys. So boom, I'm on the record now. Go.
Number one, them first two games, the Cowboy, we can't use those as a measuring stick. The
Right.
Giants just completely suck.
True.
There's just nothing else we can say. They're completely trash. Their season's done. Saquon got hurt, which, okay, you give Danny Dimes $160 million.
Woo.
You finally found out what we all knew. Yeah, he can't play. So then you just keep giving Saquon the ball, which Saquon has to dodge 11 dudes every time he gets the ball, and now he gets hurt.
He got to
That's
dodge
exactly
11 dudes and bring a baseball bat with him.
Exactly. So then you move on to week 2. They played the Jets. Zach Wilson sucks. The Jets are terrible right now because they don't have a quarterback.
No quarterback.
And they just don't know what to do. And, okay, so you beat the Jets. And that was your first home game. Cool. Now you're playing the Cardinals. Number one, they're going to start putting some respect on Josh Dobbs' name.
You know what? That boy made a lot. That brother made a lot of money today.
But what people don't understand, that man makes good decisions.
He's a space engineer. Hell, he should be making good decisions.
Bro, he's a hell of a player.
He is.
I like what I saw out of James Conner and his ability to establish. James Conner, a big dude.
Yeah,
him establishing that run game.
Yeah, the Terminator. The Terminator, James Conner.
That boy Hollywood Brown.
James Conner.
Hey, man,
I'm here to save you.
Exactly.
Yeah, Terminator was killing him.
Taking care of business well, man, and
now
they just had a balanced attack.
This
on them on a lacking defense.
This is what I say. Now, Cowboy fan, hear me out. They picked up who's the cornerback that they picked up, and they was like, yeah, even though he's 33, I tell people, look, man, when I was in young, man, I could run a 4.3 40. And I tell people, I'm almost 60 now, but I ain't running no 4.3, but I still got good speed because you don't lose straight speed. You can hold that for a minute. It is the lateral stuff that goes, your ability to cut. And so that's what is going to get exposed because when you're 33 years old, I'm sorry, you can't not cut with these receivers. When they come out those cuts, you can't. Yeah, you still got some pickup speed, but you know that in NFL, all it takes is just that one split second. And, but when they had Diggs, it made a big difference. And now, I'm sorry, what I saw today is a prelude of what is going to come for the Cowboys.
Man, here's the thing. So the Cowboys, basically, their whole mantra of their team is, we go as Michael Parsons goes. Here's the problem, right? So Michael Parsons can get going, but it's more holes and coverage for you to pick apart.
Right.
Because Diggs was your number one. Stephon Gilmore was your number two. Now that Stephon Gilmore is your number one, it puts more pressure on him. You can play less games in the secondary.
Yes.
You can't blitz as much either because everyone has to be in coverage.
And guess what else you can do? You can run right at Michael Parsons, and that's what everybody did. That's what the Cardinals did today. They ran it at him. They ran him this way. They ran him that way, and they made him have to work. And because truth be told, Cowboys have a small defense, and that's how it go. But hey, man, I got some other folk want to get up in here, man. Get a word in for what you do, brother.
Yes, sir. It's your boy Brandon Cooper, the Ravens extraordinaire. We 2-1, but we coming back, baby. Catch my boys and I on the D1 Ignite University podcast. That's D1IU University podcast. Cowboys fans, keep your heads up. I'm assuming y'all gonna win the division.
they always gonna win the division. Let them tell it. All right, brother.
And I'm cheering for the Raiders tomorrow. I hate the Steelers.
All right, brother.
All right, my man.
Sports Therapy with F.A. Jr. Sports Therapy with F.A. Jr. Sports Therapy with F.A. Jr.
Hello?
What's up?
Hello?
What up?
What's going on, brother?
Hey, man, how about them Cowboys?
Oh, man, that made my day this evening, man. That's the only thing got me feeling good.
Boy, I thought about you. I said, my homeboy Glenn finna call and just show off.
Yeah, I can't, you know, I wanted to say, I can't say talk like I want to talk because I'm over my mother's house tonight. Visiting with her spending the night. She told me to tell you. She waved and telling me to tell you hi and everything.
Hey, tell her I say hello, man. Tell her.
Oh, sure will.
Tell her I say hello.
But,
yeah.
Get back to the Cowboys. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, brother, I can hear you real good.
All right, that's all I want to know.
Hey,
that's the best day of my life.
Hey, boy, I know your mom does, so you can't get loose to the goose.
That's right. I can't talk like I want to because my mother's sitting there watching the game with me. So I'm just going. But you know, I'm just gonna sit there and keep it cordial and everything. But look here. What I want to say though is I just want to tell all the Cowboy fans, y'all start off playing the Jets and the Giants, and y'all act like y'all did. So they're just like playing the Knicks and the Knicks. So it don't really make no difference. Now the season finished up. We're gonna see who they got next week.
It may be another cupcake.
The 49ers are coming up. 49ers coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, I think they got the 49ers the week after next. Yeah. But you know,
ooh, boy.
But you know, and I tell the Cowboy fans, it's easier to judge another team than it is to judge your own, because I know when I look at my team, I can't look at them as you know, as objectively as I can somebody else's, because what I saw out of my Commanders today, man, 4 interception, like, man, dude, I almost had to just stop watching.
Man, what happened, man?
Oh man, it was almost like we just did not show up. Now I do say to my man Eric Bieniemy, man, you got those running back run the ball, because he came out trying to throw it, man, and Sam, because you know, as a rookie quarterback, you gonna have those bad years. The thing about rookies, man, 1 minute they may play 3 good games, and then they have a stinker where they throw about 4 interceptions, and that's what happened, man. And you know, so I hopefully he'll bounce back next week. But I'm like, dude, what the hell, you know? Yeah, but
man, I'm gonna tell you who impressed me today, though. Man, I give a shout out to the Houston Texans, man.
Oh yeah, hey,
because I did not see that coming, man.
Hey, but remember, I told you, I said, hey, out of those quarterbacks, I told you Stroud was gonna be the better quarterback, man, and he's starting to come.
Yes, sir,
Cream starting to come to the top, homeboy Glenn.
That's right, because I was listening to T.J. Watt. It's been about a month ago on preseason, and he said the Texans was going to be a dangerous team.
They are.
Yeah, he said they're going to be dangerous, and he said they're going to be young and dangerous.
So now you ask me who the Cowboys playing next week. They play New England, and I think New England is because here's the thing. I think the Cowboys got exposed for number one, they are small defense, and if you keep them out there, you can run the ball on them. And remember I said what happens when they play a team that will hit back, and they played one, and now I said they have those small running backs and small receivers that when they get inside that 20, it was gonna be a problem, and they're starting to see it's a problem. It's a problem.
That's right. Hey, and I tell you what, man, the Cardinals are not as bad as I thought they were. We were talking earlier this year. You know, we were predicting them. Even the experts were predicting them to didn't win no more than 3 games. But they should be 2-1 right now.
But I tell you what, Kyler Murray may not get his position back.
That's right, man. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, Pittsburgh had Josh Dobbs.
Yes.
I don't know why they let him go, because he had never been a bad quarterback, man.
You guys
had him. I don't know why they got rid of that guy, man.
You guys had him.
Yeah.
I believe the Titans had him.
The Titans had him?
Yes.
The Titans had him last year.
Yeah.
he beat a good team.
Yes.
I want to say was it the Eagles or somebody he played real good against.
But see, the problem is that with Dobbs, because if you like the third string quarterback, you don't get any live reps with the starters, and you probably you don't get the game plan. You probably don't really know the plays because you don't really get them. But when the Cardinals picked him up, they picked him up with the sole intentions for him to be a starter. And when we played him, I said to myself, "Hey, the brother just been in the camp about 10 days, so I knew he wasn't gonna be able to do too much with us because he don't really know the game book or the game plan. You know what I'm saying?" But I said, but keep in mind that cat is a space engineer or something. I like, man. I said once he kind of get it together, and man, he's starting to get it together, and man, did they boy, did they put something on them Cowboys today. And I'll tell you what they started doing. They started figuring Dak out because what I said was like, okay, the new approach to Dak is to just let him do a 3-step drop, get the ball out of his hand. So now people start playing him for that. And I knew that. I said sooner or later they're gonna start walking those cornerbacks and safeties up, thinking, okay, this guy gonna take 3-step drop and he gonna throw the ball. So we're gonna put an end to that. Let those guys catch it in front of you, come up and nail them, and then make them go the whole distance. And when they get inside that red zone, that's when they have problems scoring because they don't have that, they just don't have that back like they used to have, man.
Mm-hmm.
They don't.
Yeah. Yeah, but I tell you, man, it's football is good this year because, man, anybody can beat anybody. Man, I'm gonna tell you, man, Cleveland's tough too, man.
Yes. Yeah.
Cleveland is not a fluke, man. I know they're down on Deshaun Watson, but man, when he gets it together, they're gonna be dangerous, man.
So now, what are your Steelers doing right now?
Man, we can't tackle. The Raiders driving on us. We act like we can't tackle, and I don't know, man. It just we might be in a little trouble ourselves. We're gonna have to do something if we lose this game tonight.
Man,
right now, man.
Like I say, man, I just gotta. And you're right. You guys had Dobbs, and then y'all have him for like 2 years.
They had him about 2 or 3 seasons.
Yes.
He was like he played a couple times. He always won. Was like a third string quarterback with us on 2 occasions.
Yeah, because I knew you guys had him in camp, man. And next thing I know, he was playing for the Tennessee Titans, and as you can see, you see what they're rolling out.
He reminded me of Geno Smith a little bit.
Hey man, Geno making it happen, brother. Hey
man,
the Miami Dolphins, they put a college football score up, man. They went 7. They beat somebody 70-20. I was like,
and you know what, man? That defense might not need to be that tough because that offense is untouchable. Man, they untouchable, man.
Oof. Man,
you don't know you don't know what to do.
They got,
man, you pick your parts.
They got speed on top of speed on top of speed, man.
Speed all over, man.
They do.
Man, they better not go out and make. Well, they really don't need him. But man, just think if they had a guy like Jonathan Taylor, which they don't need him.
Man.
But if they did, man, with a back like him, man, they sure enough be something.
Man, I don't even think they get. Hell, I think if they pick up another player, I don't think he can get any more playing time. All the cats that they got, man.
For real, man. Man. Because
wow.
Man, Tua Tonga swinging that ball, man.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, he's a perfect quarterback for what they like to do. He really is. As long as he's not taking hits, then he's good to go, brother.
Yeah. And he don't be taking too. Man, they showing the Steelers fans at the game. There's about as many Steelers fans in Vegas than the Raiders fans.
Oh, Steelers travel, baby. They travel.
Yes, sir.
And one thing about the Pittsburgh Steelers, they travel. The Steelers travel.
Yeah, they travel, man.
They do.
Yeah, but man, like I say, man, I tell you a quarterback I feel sorry for. I feel sorry for Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Because they got that young man in a bad spot, man.
Yeah. Because man,
The-
that game got so bad, man, till the whoever was carrying them, they just switched to they switched to another broadcast, man. It's like Kansas City was killing them, man. It's like, woo.
Yeah, it's pretty weak. The Raiders just scored. Devontae Adams just, man, Pittsburgh, man, Patrick Peterson act like he a little washed up now. He got blinded light blinding him.
Yeah, man. Like I tell people,
the Raiders just go.
Teams are as good as your offensive line, man. And man, we gave up today. We gave up probably 10 sacks, man, on the quarterback. We got some of it is the offensive line. Some of it is Sam holding the ball too long, so they got to figure that out. And some of it is my man Eric got to get back to running the ball, man. Run the ball, brother. Run the ball. But
They came into y'all hometown and whooped y'all, didn't they?
Man, they came and whooped us and made us like it. They didn't just whoop us, bro. They
whooped us. Like that's a bit the hell of my boy now. They starting off on the wrong foot too.
But what was funny though is that we could move the ball. We moved the ball all up and down the field, man. And this what gets me. You know, I always tell you, man, I have a big problem with the young play callers of the day. But, you know, as we get older, we just have to accept the fact that they call and see the game totally different than what we do at times, because we had the ball first down on the 5-yard line. Now, if you first and 10 on the 5-yard line, 1st and 10 now, homeboy Glenn, what is going to be your very first play that you're going to run?
A draw play up the middle or something, try to get closer to the yards. To the end zone.
Yes, you're going to run the ball, right? You're going to run the ball.
At least the first play.
Yes, to let me know what I can come back with 2nd and 3rd on. We get down there. We decide we're going to throw the ball. Didn't do anything. So now we are 2nd. So now you think, okay, well now I think I'm going to run it. Guess what? We decide we're going to throw it again. Didn't get anything. So now we down to 3rd down from the 5.
And they ain't got no other choice but to throw it now.
And right. Right. And Sam threw the freaking interception. I was like, man, are you serious? So then another time we were marching down. We got it on their 30-yard line. My man Sam threw the interception. I was like, man, like come on, dog. Then so Gibson, we driving once again. Gibson fumble. Man, like I said, it wasn't so much as, and that's why even though I was mad and I was pissed because I had to go into a rant of myself, it wasn't so bad that they just came out and beat us as much as it was we beat ourselves. We had four interceptions, of 2 fumbles. I was like, man, we can't win doing that. So that's something that you can correct.
Nah,
you can correct that.
I don't. Like I said, man, I just knew they were gonna play them tougher than what they did.
Yeah, we were playing them tough.
I'm just disappointed in Jacksonville. I'm disappointed in Jacksonville too.
And you know, I picked Jacksonville. I picked them as my dark horse team to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, man, I did too.
And I'm like, okay, this is gonna be the year that they're gonna break through, and I'm not seeing anything out of them, man. I'm not getting anything out of them. But I can tell you what, boy, them Cowboys, they sick about now, boy. All my good Cowboy friends, all my good Cowboy friends ain't returning no text messages, man, and I don't know what I'm gonna do to cheer them up, man.
I ain't heard nothing from that. You ain't gonna hear nothing from the Cowboy fans about next Saturday.
Oh man, I ain't even. I'm not hearing nothing, and you know, I said at the beginning of the year for every interception Dak throws, I'm gonna donate $50 to charity. So something good came out. Something good came out that Cowboy lost. So I'm gonna donate $50 to to autism. So so it's all good, man. So the Cowboys
Man, that's
lost.
good. I just hope. I don't wish nobody no bad luck or nothing like that. But I hope he throws between 30 and 35 interceptions this year.
Hey,
I
man.
know I hate to see you. I want to see you put your money to a good cause.
Man, I was like, yeah, who Dak throwing my money away, but it's all good. It's for good cause, man. You know, I'm right. I get. Man, I'm like,
man, I think we don't have. Hey, I don't think we got a quarterback, man.
You know what?
Kenny Pickett, I don't think he's the answer, man.
We talked about the last year. I thought he was. We went back and forth, but I think
Kenny Pickett might be the answer. Boy, you just thought the ball a while ago, boy. I'm sorry, Kenny. I'm sorry about that, Kenny.
Well, you a straight turncoat. You talking about a turncoat, boy.
Hey, I got to forgive Kenny for saying this about Kenny. Kenny, my bad.
So did he make a turn down?
He just 50 or 60-yard ball.
Well, you like, man.
Now they got a flag. Only defense. What is it playing? I'm sorry, Kenny.
Oh, boy, you talking about a turncoat, boy.
Man, he just dropped a damn number. Man, he just threw it for about 60 yards.
That's all good,
about
brother.
$50. Let me see what it is. No, about 70 yards.
That's all good.
About 70 yards, man. Nothing but bomb.
But see,
man, number 19, that's Austin, Kevin Austin.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Kenny, man. I didn't mean no harm for saying that. That's what I'm doing. Maybe I need to criticize him every game.
That might make him throw a few touchdowns.
Yeah, man. We need to open up our offense a little better, man.
Well, see,
but like I said, man, football.
But you know, because we went back and forth about Kenny, man. 1 minute he looked like I like, okay, man, y'all got a quarterback. Next minute, hey, man, I don't know. But I will say this:
man, he looked like Peter Bradshaw a while ago.
But I will say this: I still say the perfect quarterback for you guys would be KJ Jefferson.
No, I used to say that. You know who I want?
Who you want?
I want Michael Penny from Washington.
Yeah, we all do.
I want a black left-handed brother. Man, that boy can sling that ball, man.
Well, everybody want that brother, man, because he is he's doing it, man.
I want that brother, man. I know we ain't gonna get him though, because he's gonna be hiding it. But that brother can sling that ball, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him, man. I like him as a quarterback. I take him before I would Caleb Smith from USC.
Yeah, because I ain't really sold on Caleb that well. I mean,
Caleb Williams,
Yeah, Williams. I'm not really sold on him yet. I don't know why I'm not, because I saw a lot of him when he was at OU. But I'm just not. I just, and it just may be me, but I'm just not really sold on him yet. I think that other kid you're talking about, yeah, I think he's the real deal. I think KJ is the real deal. There's another one kid I can't think about. I think he's the real deal too, and I think Deion's kid is the real deal.
Deion Sanders also is the real deal.
Yeah, but
a quarterback, he's young he's from UCLA. He's just a true freshman, but he got real good potential.
Yeah. Well, now they better get him some blocking if they want to keep him around and all that good stuff. But other than that, man, it's all good. Well, homeboy Glenn, we came to that point, brother, where I got to play my music. All right. This has been another episode of Sports Therapy with F.A. Jr. Well, callers had 2 minutes to rip, man, kick some knowledge about all things NFL. I'd like to thank all those who listen to my show. Those in the great state of Arkansas, the country Kenny's down there. Also, I'd like to thank those who listen to my show in Mario, England, and all those across the pond. Those who are in the part of the good East, known where my Commanders play, and all over, man. And if you want to be a caller, always remember, the number to call is 940-329-4110. And I'd like to recognize my niece, I'm not gonna call her name, but in fact, I'm gonna save it to next week. Yeah, I'm gonna save that information to next week. But I just want to say thank you, and for those on the yard, stay golden, baby.